Good morning, everybody. How are you doing out there? It's Kareem Jackson. You are live on the set. I'm so glad that you're here, you guys. Happy Monday, Asia. You guys, we are in GCQ. We're in lockdown again in Asia. Oh, my God. But it's okay because we're here with you. We're live. I definitely want to have a great show with you today because we're locked down. I can't go nowhere. So I'm here with you. Good morning, everyone. Thanks, you guys. You guys, Joel put here the links in the comments, you guys. You can be watching this Hello Live. Hello, LinkedIn family. How are you guys? Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, KareemAntonio.com. You can watch us live on the set there as well, you guys. This topic today, you guys been asking this all month long. Of course, it's one of our slogans, turning dreams into reality here at K&Co. And of course, I'm a partner with Outs.us, you guys. See my great little outfit, you guys, from them. You guys, I'm going to get into this. We're going to talk about how to turn your dreams into a business. It's what we do every day at K&Co, whether it's a product, whether it's a business, whether it's a philanthropy, an event, and things like that, or just an ebook, things like that. We help folks turn their dreams into a reality, and this specifically is about a business, but this could be about a lot of different things, you guys, so keep this in mind. But right now, if you guys are watching this with me right now, you are live on the set. I'm Kareem Jackson. I help woke entrepreneurs, you guys, to minimalize their cluttered lifestyles, to outsource their business processes, to make more money, more profits, and live their dream life while they do it, you guys. And you are here with me today, and we're talking about this subject that you guys saw. You guys saw this in the thumbnail, you guys. This is a popular topic, okay? Turning ideas into a business. Now that we've got 40 million folks in America that lost their jobs, 100 million around the world, you guys, a lot of folks are out of work. They're looking for work. They're looking to figure out things that are going on. And a lot of folks, you guys may not appreciate this, but a lot of folks out there, y'all, they are looking at Black folks because they know that we can do the hustle. So our company has become very popular. We've done very good, you guys. We're trying to get more and more people out there to take that idea, you guys, and understand every business starts with an idea. Whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's a phone company, whether it's a restaurant, it's an idea. People don't understand that. If you don't know business and you don't understand entrepreneurship, you don't really know that that's how it is. Two folks or one person or someone comes to a client, a company like ours to become a client, and then we help them to do it. But technically, there's an idea and or a need, and they need to turn that into a reality, which in this case means a business, and then a business equals money and jobs. And right now, we need what? A lot more jobs out here for people to have. But you guys, without further ado, you're here because you are trying to figure out, boom, how to turn your idea into a reality. The first thing you want to figure out, you guys, what's the need? Understand this. An idea by itself, one, as you know, idea is not the first thing, okay? How to turn your idea into a reality. Okay, if you're coming up with ideas and then you ain't talked to nobody and nothing's there, then typically that may work. It may be great for inventors and things, people who have a big money and maybe see something, a trend or whatever. But typically, no matter who you are, there's a need that you're seeing or a future need, a perceived need. So you got to understand, what is the need? Are people in your area like Joyce, do they need a place to get great quality sweets and food and quality import stuff? You know, is that what the need is? Is it like if you're at Swag, Barber Salon, people in the community, they need a really great place to go to that's affordable to get their hair cut and their hair colored and to get their rebonds and relaxers and things like that. What is the need? Why are you feeling this? And typically, if you're a real entrepreneur, it happens to you all the time. After you figure out that need, you guys, you go through and you figure out, oh my God, what is my idea, right? What is the idea? Okay, an idea can be anything. I'm gonna tell you this, ideas are nothing. Everyone has ideas. You need a need first, then you need an idea or a solution of an idea for those needs or that need, you guys. And then that idea, when it comes into your head, it's your idea. Let me give you a secret. If it's such a great idea and you're ready to push it out there and ready to go, you don't need to be secret. You need to tell folks about it. Don't hold it to you. Don't be thinking, oh my God, it's my idea. You know, I can't tell anybody about it till I'm ready and I raise $1 million in private. No, I want them to steal my idea. No one's stealing your damn idea. So understand the idea when it comes into your head, talk to those around you about it, flush the idea out, fine tune the idea, refine the idea, figure out what it costs, see what you're going to have to put into it. See if you can do it, you need a partner, all of those things we're going to go through, but you're going to put the idea in your head. And once you have the idea, Put the idea out there. Don't hold it. Number 3, you guys, money or no money? That's the question. Money or no money? You guys can chime in here. What do you guys think? I know I gave you the answer. Do you think it takes money to have a business? You think it takes money to start, to get that idea rolling? I'm gonna tell you this, money or no money, first of all, it's both. It depends on whose money. What's the money for? And maybe, let me tell you this too, a little secret, you guys. Every big business or either really serial entrepreneur like me knows this. Money is myopic. Money, the rule of money in business is money is whatever we, you and I, agree that it is. That's all it is. And if the lawyer's in there, like David, if you're listening, that's exactly what it means. Money, it doesn't take money to make money. And it doesn't take money to start a business, because if you have an idea and you're smart enough, other people who have money but have no ideas will invest in you. Go through here, the next one, you guys. Who, what, where are the customers? Okay, you got this, you figured out what the need is, right? You got these customers in your head. You got this idea in your head, right? And then you go through and you're figuring out what I need money or not need money. You got that figured out. Then you're going to figure, okay, now that I know that I need some money to do this, the key thing where I see most clients of ours that forget about it is they don't think about the customers early. They have this 1985, if I build it, they will come mentality, which is great if you're in third world countries, developing countries, but now with COVID, that shit don't fly. You need to be thinking about your customer way up at the top, actually, with the need. Because now that you understand there's a need for great cost quality food, now you got to figure out your customer, right? The customer needs, is it women? Is it men? Are they poor? Are they rich? Are they black? Are they white? Are they anybody? Do they live in a home? Do they live in an apartment? Do they live anywhere? What is your need? Are they baby boomers? Are they newborns? What is your customer? What does it look like? What's that person look like? And nowadays, any of you guys know online marketing, it's really targeted. You need to know this part. And what helps you when you learn this is that it refines in your head, because you now know who, what, and where the customers are. You guys, number 5, you guys, who's your team? Or are you solo? Okay, yeah, who's your team, you guys? And pretty much if you're solo, you still got a team. It just may not be around you. So who is your team? Because now you need to figure out, you guys, who are the people that are gonna help facilitate this? If you're opening a restaurant, do you cook? Do you know what I mean? Or you need a chef? If your idea is, I wanna have a travel agency for baby boomers. Okay, so do you know travel? Or is it an idea only? Because typically, yes, people do have ideas and create businesses around their own skills, but that's in the beginning. That's the newbie entrepreneurs. Eventually, you get into understanding that the need has nothing to do with you. You want to go through and what is the business model? And by a lot of you guys, if you're new to business and are new to entrepreneurship, you're like, what the hell is a business model? Okay, business model means what's a common thing nowadays. Okay, everyone knows pizza. Everyone loves pizza. If you travel the world like I do, you Pizza Hut's everywhere, Domino's is everywhere, you know pizza. And back in the day, thinking about 25, 35 years ago, everybody went to the restaurant like Pizza Hut, fabulous, you had a picture of Coke, and you ate pizza and the family was around. And that's kind of how it is around the world now, right? But many people don't realize that the business model that upset the entire industry that's now copied around the world is that Domino's Pizza came into the market, killed the market, with cheap, deliver-only pizza. They knew where you lived. They knew the kids, students, things like that. They knew your budget, $15, $12.95, $19.99, when it included some breadsticks back in the day, all of that, and they delivered. And if you ever went to an old original Domino's Pizza, there was no restaurant. There was nothing. There was a kitchen where it was cute because you could see them through the glass making pizza, you know, that showmanship, but there was 20 vehicles in front. It was a good sideline hustle to deliver pizza, the pizza delivery boy. Remember that back in the day? That business model killed it. And nowadays, that business model, which started in America at least with pizza, now is the business model that most businesses are using. So understand, nowadays, you don't need a business model of a restaurant that needs customers sitting inside. That's great. That's a bonus. That's for show. But nowadays, you can be catered in your house as long as you got great marketing, great uniforms, all those things, and a freaking delivery boy or girl, delivery service, and or those apps or a website, social media. They close their facilities down. Great business. They changed their business model. So now guys like me, and remember, I'm in Asia. So they got Black American dudes logging in, posting on Food Malolos where tacos at. And people are posting the answer. Keep that in mind. That's amazing, you guys. So know your business model. The next one, yeah, get online, you guys. You got to get online now. Americans, you guys, I'm going to tell you, especially black folks, we are a little bit behind with the online thing. Yes, we created it. Yes, it's ours. Yes, we got Facebook. Yes, we got Instagram. Yes, we got Google. And they're rich, huge companies. But the average business is actually more beneficial to be online than the big businesses are. The big businesses fear that y'all gonna wake up and get the hell online. And let me tell you why. There's countries all over the world that have American, European, Western clients because they're online. They're selling you. You know what I'm talking about. All you Instagram folks or whatever, where your lashes from? Where your wigs from? Where's your makeup from? And back in the day, we all knew at the hair store, that hair, that weave was from India, China, something. We knew that. But nowadays, you don't need the store, correct? Because you can go right to the website, or you can go right to the Instagram, superstar website, and you can buy it. And now online changes the game. Number 8, you guys, what is your pricing? Okay, first of all, if you do a business, whether it's a barbershop, your idea, or it's a restaurant, your idea, whatever it is, you need to understand one or two things. What's your pricing going to be, which you kind of figure out what prices are going to be after you figure all the other things out, because typically, unless you're creating something brand new that nothing ever existed, you can just, there's competition. You can go to the competition. If pizzas are $20, then you kind of got to go by $20. You can undercut them if that's your strategy and be $15, for example, or you can say, I'm the shit, I'm bougie, I'm homemade, vegetables, fresh, organic, and mine's $24.95. But you need to figure out what your pricing is going to be, because pricing kind of goes head to head, you guys, with marketing, branding, all of those things. Location, it doesn't cost the same amount of money. For example, I'll give you an example. In America, the dollar store is $1, right? But in Asia, the dollar store is $2, because in Asia, the dollar store are imports. Crazy, right? Like the same dollar store stuff that you get at Dollar Tree or wherever it is, those Christmas lights, shampoo, conditioner, all of those things are pretty much double. But understand this, it changes for demographic. And you need to be thinking the same thing. When you do your business, what are you charging for? Because price says a lot about your business. People think, oh my God, I'm so cheap. It lowers my brand. Well, it depends, because there's exclusive high-end cheap brands, or there's things like Supreme. Yes, Supreme is expensive, crazy in America, but there's also cheap Supreme, flip-flops and slippers and bags and fanny packs. They got cheap stuff too. Think about your pricing. Think about how you want to do. What's your idea? And mindly, don't think of me when I think of the pricing yourself. Think about the customer who you've already defined, who, what, where. So understand when your pricing comes through that you need to make sure that you guys understand that pricing says a lot. What are their prices? You need to know that. If there is competition, wherever they are in the world, know their prices, because I'm sure that the dollar store didn't just think we're going to be $2 when we're in Asia. I'm sure they checked the local competition and saw what they're selling for import goods. So it's a higher end. So they were thinking, well, what are their prices? They probably checked the local competition or other high-end products, and they figured, okay, well, ours in America, this is cheap because Americans are bougie. We like high-end stuff. Whereas in Asia, they mix it with water anyway. So cheap American dish soap is high-end here. So the Palmolive, things like that, they've got that all over the place. But in America, that stuff is cheap. There's more expensive, organic, import, this fragrance, that fragrance. But and abroad, American products demand more money. So think about what you think a price should be, and think about what they're charging for the price, because prices are very important. One thing too, demographics. Oh my God, demographics, you guys. Okay, I used to love this word. And nowadays with diversity and inclusion, with the whole world being open, demographics is a big deal. You've got to understand about demographics. So when you're doing your idea to a business, when you're talking to these clients, we talk to our clients, we really ask them, or either we tell them from our research, what is your demographic? What's your demo? Demo means, are they black, white, young, old, Asian, American? Where are they located? Are they poor, rich, high end? Are they going to die? So they need this because it's a lifesaver for them? Or are they just going to, is it a frivolous situation? Or is it something that their business needs? So you have to have internet. So what internet company do you want? What's your demographic? Who's going to purchase it? Or is it people that work at home? People who watch, TV shows? What is your demographic? Nowadays, demographic has totally changed because now the demo is global. Black is trending. If you hear any corporations that have diversity and inclusion and all those things, the way that they market it to you is about saying to you, oh, you know, we want to include black folks and women and white folks in our business. It's the right thing to. No, no, no. You're seeing black makeup companies killing it because they have that demo. To understand this, is the demographics, you guys, pretty much talking about who do you cater to? Will you be local or global? Okay, you guys, local or global? First of all, nowadays, everybody should be fucking global. Even if you're not selling global, you should be marketing and branding globally. You should be having a global customer base. And if you're in America or Europe, people, you're already global. There's every nationality in the world is in America, and pretty much all of them are in Europe as well. So if you're not already at least global centric, whether it means physically global or nationality global, you are an idiot and you're losing money. After you figure that out, you guys, who's your market niche? And by niche, if that's a new word for you, it shouldn't be, because you already should know what the hell a niche is. But who's your marketing niche, you guys, is that you need to figure out, is it black folks, gay folks, rich folks? You need to be very specific. I'll tell you why. One, nowadays with online marketing, you can specifically target black folks, young folks, old folks, rich folks, poor folks. There's people who just target poor people. There's folks that just target rich people. There's folks that just target, there's niches. And mind you, you may not have a niche. You may not think of it as a niche. You may look at it as, no, I want everybody that eats, because everybody loves Mexican food, for example. So you want folks who love Mexican food. That's your niche though. And so when you market or whatever, when you target nowadays, you are targeting people who somehow online, whatever they've done, they've shown that they like Mexican food. They may not, we don't mean in Mexico, of course. We mean if you're in America, something like that, or you're outside, you're here in Asia, for example, everyone doesn't like tacos, and Asians love rice. So even though in Mexico they don't eat a lot of rice like Asians do, the restaurant needs to make sure they have rice with their tacos, white rice, not Mexican rice, right? You know, so understand that as well. What's your niche, if you have any? You need to think about that and understand that. Who are your strategic partners? And by that, it means who's going to print, produce, distribute, market? Who are the strategic partners in your situation? They're going to help you execute what you need to do. And by strategic partners, nowadays, you don't actually need staff. Some companies may need staff or people around them, but even though you have a few staff, everyone else is strategic. You don't need to hire delivery drivers. You have a strategic partner that has a delivery service or an app. So you want to work with those people that you know that they're being used by in your area. So understand that too. The next thing here, you guys, understand that at the end of the day, you guys, outsource everything. This option was not available 30 years ago, you guys, or beyond that. It wasn't available. It definitely wasn't popular. You need to delegate and outsource. It's not just for corporations. Any Instagram person, any makeup artist, any YouTuber that you see that's making tons of money selling t-shirts and stuff. If you guys are on the back end of that, if you're not a consumer, they don't own no t-shirt factory. They don't have one screen press. They don't have one chemist. They don't have one bottling, manufacturing, even a labeling machine. That's all outsourced. They focus on what they're good at, which apparently is selling you fucking makeup, selling you t-shirts saying Happy Father's Day or Team whatever or Architects Rock or whatever it might be. Outsource everything, especially in the beginning, because typically if you outsource, a lot of times you don't need upfront money because they need customers. They need folks pushing. So understand that outsource everything. Don't fuck around with it. If you guys want more about that, go to KareemAntonio.com. Get my ebook, you guys. I think it's $9.99. You can get it from my website, but go to the Google Play and the App Store. Seriously, it tells you my whole life, how I did it and how I broke down it. It got me free because back in the day, until I outsourced my printing, I thought I was going to lose everything. I lost everything. I know how I was going to come back. And then I discovered outsourcing. And black folks, women, minorities out there, these big white companies ain't telling you about this. Trump ain't doing no ties. You might see it in Macy's. You might see it in wherever store you see it at. But in the day, it's all outsourced. And the next thing you guys do is you want to test market. That could mean many different things. But for typically what it means is you're going to say, okay, I made this cup. It's done. I got me 2 cases, not 1,000 cases. I got 2 cases. And you're going to go out and you're going to test it. You're going to see if you can sell it. You're gonna see if folks will pick it up. You want to see if who you can pitch the service to, things like that. You want to test run. You don't want to open it. You may open a business and test it that way, depends on what you're doing, but typically however it looks for you, understand this, is that you want to test market. Don't fuck around. Seriously, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Go out there, think you all that, and then you haven't tested it. You guys, number 16, you guys, you have your first customers, your first buyers, your first clients, your first whatever the hell it is. You cherish that. And all I'm telling you this too, especially you folks in Asia, freaking celebrate that. Your idea now turned into fucking money. Go out, get a beer, get a shot of champagne, take your girl, have a drink. Don't get drunk and get crazy, but I'm saying celebrate that moment. Take a picture of that moment, because when you get going and when your company gets big, I know this from experience, when it gets huge, you will remember those first days when all you had was a cup, when all you had was 2 customers. Now it's so crazy, so big. Celebrate that, because at this point, you have actually turned your idea into a reality and into a business. That is a business. Don't let folks make you think that if you don't have a brick and mortar or a big factory or 1,000 employees, that you don't have a business. If you have a product or a service or whatever, and you got 1 customer, that's a business. That's a livelihood, possibly. That is a possible legacy for your kids. That is a possible freedom from that fucking job you hate. Okay? Celebrate that. First customer, and hopefully it's the S's here. The first customers. Celebrate that. Don't skip it. Don't be focused on, oh my God, I need 10 customers. I only have 2. Oh my God. Fuck that. Celebrate the first one, the second one, every single one, because that was only an idea before. Tell you another one that you can do too. When you do this first customers, all those naysayers out there, this is when you post that shit everywhere and let them know you didn't believe in my idea. You thought that I was crazy. F you. I got customers now. And then what happens is, by you focusing and celebrating that, by default, you focus on the customer demographic. Who is the customer? How they pay? What they pay? All of this one, you guys. Woo, okay. Okay. It's inevitable, you guys, because the word fail doesn't mean the same thing as it does in personal as in business. You really can't fail unless you quit, okay? So you need to prepare yourself for failure. Whatever the hell that means to you, prepare. Whether that means that you have a backup for your rent money, whether that means that you have another product idea in your mind. If this doesn't work, you can pivot over here. Because remember, a lot of companies failed when COVID hit. They failed because they weren't online. They didn't have websites. They didn't have their products online. They didn't deliver. None of that. So they failed. But you need to prepare in the beginning. Got your first customers, and I know you're celebrating on today, but then prepare to fail, because eventually you're gonna fail. Just make sure that you fail forward. So if you do that, once you figure that out, you don't fail if you quit, okay? So you adjust, and then you get ready for your relaunch. That's what you do, you guys. You go through and you really be frank with yourself, and you understand, what the hell did I do? Was I too much? Was I too expensive? You really be honest, and you figure out, why did it fail? What was that? And then you readjust that. You go back and you fine tune it, whether it means the market wasn't right, whether it means billing, whether it means back in the day, maybe you accepted too many checks and the checks were always bouncing. Maybe you didn't have, it gave many different, but you figure out, if it's you personally, back in the day, one thing, I was too expensive. In America, lifestyle of a CEO, because that's why I use minimalist CEO now. I'm a minimalist CEO now. I don't need all that crap anymore. I felt that I had to have the Italian suits, $1,000 a week. I had to have that budget, because I'm walking into these white folks trying to sell minority success, or my clients, my this and that, but I need to look like success, right? I'm paying $1,000 a month for a Tahoe because I need to carry around for. I need to pull up, and I need to pull up. But then I realized, one, nowadays with internet and all that, you don't need any of that. So by default, I cut 80% of our overhead out between me and the staff when I relaunched the situation. But at the end of the day, you adjust and you relaunch whatever the hell it is your idea is in your business. Okay, the next thing, you guys, now scale. Scale it. You've relaunched. You know what works. You did this. You readjusted. You did all these things. Scale. And what scale means is, now you want to produce 30 cups. 40 cups. You want to scale. Doesn't mean change. You've readjusted, you've done all that. Now you want to scale that business. If you're only in the city, now you want to go to 2 cities, 3 cities. Now you want to go regional, things like that. If you get a little bitty cheap website when you first started, now you want to get a more robust website. You want to scale it. You want to double down on that shit. You want to make sure that idea, now you're like, okay, it ain't an idea no more. I've proven it. It made some money. I failed a couple of times. Now I'm wise. I'm now seasoned in the industry. Now I've networked and met people. I then fired this partner, hired a new partner. I then got rid of my high printing costs. And now I'm outsourcing to Asia. And I'm saving myself 80-50% of my printing costs. And now you double down and you scale it. Because now if you believe in it, then you need to scale it. Put your money, your time, and your effort where the hell your mouth is. The next thing you guys got to do, now you got to pitch it. You kind of held it close to your breast. You got a couple of clients, you're rolling, but now you're scaling. You want to get big. And to do that, now you need some damn money. So you want to start, I don't mean pitch it to the damn customers. Now you might want to pitch it to grandma, to the bank, to an investor, or to yourself, saying, wow, what if I use my retirement, my 401k, my savings, because now I believe in this. What if I lose my money? You want to pitch it. And I don't mean once. You might want to pitch it and plan for 100 times to find the funding, the things you need. It may not be money. Maybe you need a venue. Maybe you need a location. Maybe you need a credit line with this particular company, but you want to practice that pitch. You want to push it. You want to practice that pitch. No doubt about it, you guys. And you want to understand that at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, the pitch is where it is at. The last thing I'm talking about real quick is the exit. Okay, first of all, when you go into a business, you guys, a lot of times, not in America, of course, on the West, but in Asia and Africa, Europe, people really go into a business with the idea that they're going to have it forever. They're going to keep it. But then when they get older, or when their kids are interested in the business, or their kids come into the business, and now the business needs to make more money to pay for these kids and absorb the parents, there's all these issues. So when you go into this situation with your first idea, you're creating your business, you're making a reality, make sure that when you do that, that you have an exit in plan. And what I mean by an exit is, are you going to sell it? Are you going to just make money and then close it? Is it going to be attached to something else? Are you going to retire from it? Is it going to eventually be a franchise? So then you don't actually run the businesses anymore. You back up and go into the back office and the organizational part of it. Is it going to be a situation where you partner with another company or you do a merger and things like that? You need to make sure you have an exit in mind. You don't need to have it immediately, but you need to kind of understand what it means. You need to understand, I'm going to have to exit this business eventually. I need to be thinking ahead of time what that means, because throughout the time, what it does, it changes the way that you see day-to-day operations. It changes the way that you see marketing. It changes the way that you see profits and sales. Because if you know that you're going to open this salon or this restaurant, and then your goal is to get everything figured out, to get it systematized, training and all of these things documented on paper, because someday you want to be able to sell franchises to other people, maybe keep your original brands for you or your family or whatever, but that changes the dynamic from the very beginning, because that may be an exit to where now you're not in the restaurant anymore because you didn't make it all about you. You knew from the beginning that you were going to exit. So now you don't build the company on your own task. Say that you're a chef. You don't want to be the chef. Maybe in the beginning, but what happens is everyone likes your food. So maybe before you even exit, you could be sick or have an off day. They go here, they go, oh, where's Chef Susie? And you're not here, they walk out. You don't want that. Or you have a situation where you're selling something or a service or business service. You don't want to be where if you're not there, they don't work with your staff. You want to go into it knowing that whatever you know, you help someone else to learn that so that then they can sell it or deal with clients on their own without you having to do anything. And maybe if they come to you or it gets to you, it's a different level. So maybe in our situation with our company, if you buy our promo for the 999 ebook, for example, you may meet me in the beginning or see an ad or whatever, but you don't actually need to talk to me at all to book it, to coordinate it, to sign up for it, to pay the money, and not even to write the book and all of that. You can do it through the whole system of K&Co and the Outs.us outsourcing thing they do for me. I don't need to talk to you at all. Whereas before, it was all me, and I was like a bottleneck. You know, if I was stressed or if I couldn't be creative that day, your book page wasn't written. right? That was terrible. And so I had to change that. I had to push things in a different way. And what I think that you need to understand from the exit from the beginning is to go into it with the end in mind. And that doesn't mean eventually. In the beginning, don't get overwhelmed with that. It may not be an issue, but you want to eventually go into it to where you understand, I'm going to eventually get out of here. I'm going to eventually exit. I'm going to eventually not be in this business. This is not my future. This is not my everything. I can't die in this place. So just go into it and understand that you need to make sure that when you really create the business, create it with the end in mind. An exit can mean so many things. It can mean so many things. So just keep that in mind, you guys. Again, love you guys. Glad you're here. Make sure that you subscribe, share, like, and connect with us on LinkedIn, you guys. Love you. Cheers. And I am gone. Peace.